The marble doors were already closing when the air shifted, heavy with anger and finality, and everyone in the bright glass lobby could feel that something irreversible was about to happen. The furious Arab billionaire had come, judged, and decided to leave, his footsteps sharp against the polished floor under the midday sun, unaware that a single fragile moment behind him was about to change the direction of several lives at once. Before the story unfolds, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet power of humanity, please take a moment to like this video, comment your thoughts, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to Life Spark Stories to keep these meaningful stories alive. The billionaire's name was Khaled al-Rashid, known across continents for his wealth, discipline, and unbending standards. That afternoon, sunlight streamed through towering windows of a city charity center where he had arrived expecting efficiency and gratitude. Instead, he found disorder, peeling paint, tears stretched beyond their limits. His anger wasn't loud, but it was decisive. Khaled believed generosity deserved structure. He felt like disrespect to everything he stood for. With his security team close behind, he turned to leave, his investment withdrawn, his heart sealed shut once again by disappointment. Near the edge of the lobby stood a single father named Amir Rahman, a quiet man in his early 30s with tired eyes and a posture shaped by years of responsibility. Amir had lost his wife to illness 2 years earlier, and since then, every morning had been about survival, dignity, and protecting the innocence of his 6-year-old son, Samir. Amir worked temporary jobs, volunteered when he could, and came to the center that day hoping for food supplies and school assistance. Samir stood beside him, small fingers clutching his father's worn sleeve, watching the tall man in the expensive suit move away with visible tension in his shoulders. The moment stretched thin as Khaled reached the door, sunlight framing him like a closing chapter. That was when Samir stepped forward, his small shoes tapping softly against the floor, his face open and unafraid. Far too steady for a child his age, Samir spoke in clear, respectful Arabic, offering words of welcome, blessing, gratitude learned from bedtime prayers his mother once whispered. He spoke of honor, of guests, of how helping others was a gift that returned to the giver. There was no performance in him, no request for money, only sincerity flowing from a child who still believed the world listened when spoken to kindly. Khaled froze. His hand rested against the door as if the words had physically stopped him. Arabic was his heart language, rarely spoken to him outside boardrooms and formal negotiations, never by a child in a place like this. He turned slowly, his expression shifting from irritation to disbelief, then to something softer and unfamiliar. In Samir's face, Khaled saw something he hadn't seen in years, a reflection of himself as a boy in his grandfather's courtyard, reciting words of respect and compassion under the same bright sun. Rushed forward, apologetic and embarrassed, but Khaled raised a hand, silencing the room. He knelt to Samir's level, studying the boy with careful attention. Samir did not flinch. He simply smiled, the way children do when they sense goodness rather than power. Khaled looked around then, truly looked, seeing not failure but effort, chaos but people holding together with limited means and limitless heart. That day did not end with departure. Khaled stayed, walking through every room, listening, asking questions. Amir helped others even when he had little himself. The sunlight slowly shifted across the walls as decisions were quietly rewritten. Funding was restored, programs expanded, jobs promised. Amir was offered stable work managing the center, not as charity, but as recognition of character. Khaled left later than planned, not furious anymore, but thoughtful, carrying something far more valuable than control, a reminder of why generosity mattered. As the afternoon faded, Samir sat outside with his father, sharing bread under a clear blue sky, unaware that his simple words had redirected a billionaire's heart. Amir watched his son with quiet pride, understanding that strength did not always come from wealth or power, from teaching a child how to speak with kindness to the world. If this story touched your heart, moved you emotionally, or reminded you of the power one small voice can hold, please take a moment now to like, share, and engage with this video so more hearts can be reached through Life Spark Stories. Before you go, please comment below what this story made you feel or what kindness means to you.